player you are on the field this year, how does it differ from the type of player you've been last season and in previous years as well?
Just the natural growth that it goes with getting older, just getting better technique. I think I played hard and just being healthy. I think that's the biggest thing. Just feeling really good right now. My body's in a really good place. So just look to maintain that.
Rob, then Vince.
Tyler, I know we asked you all season, I'm sure you guys heard it, where's the pass rush going to come from? Where's the pass rush going to come from? How gratifying was it to go out on Saturday and get forward the team and to yourself?
I mean, it's awesome. Coach G does a really good job as long as Coach Ayers and Coach Harvin, they do a really good job teaching us just how to balance and keep good rush lanes. But I think the whole D-line, we did a really good job as a unit, and I think we saw some of the fruit, but I think we still can improve.
Talk about working together and the fruit. You and James Pierce look like you benefited from each other's pressure. Talk about that chemistry you guys had in his development as well. Really,
not even just to single me and Lil James out, but really the whole D-line. You see everybody, Omarr Norman-Lott, you see Big O, you see Bryson Eason. It's just a group effort. You can see, like you said, it helps. One person helps the next. So pressure up the middle may help James off the edge, or rather, versus someone off the edge helping someone on the inside. So we're just trying to have great chemistry as an entire unit, more so than just two people.
Austin.
It seemed like you all were really disruptive when y'all went to that Rabbits package, and it was you and Omarr and James. What is it that you feel like that allows you three to have that kind of success when y'all are kind of paired together in that specific area?
I think specifically just with that Rabbits package, it's just a lot of athleticism on the field, honestly, a lot of speed. But I think we also can hold up in the run and play in that aspect of it too. So I think it's just a different look that our coaches like, and I think we're real successful with it.
Patrick.
Tyler, part of that is you playing inside. Obviously, you did a lot last year, but you seem to look really comfortable playing inside. How much work is that required for you to kind of learn how to, be an interior pass rusher and make an imprint on the game?
Right. Yeah, it's different than outside, definitely, just in terms of your timing. Everything's a little bit quicker and not as much space, but I think Coach G and them do a really good job with just preaching to us and just helping teach us the differences in it and just getting comfortable with it.
Ben?
Tyler, what has Omarr added to the room, especially there in the middle of that defensive line?
Omarr has a ton of athleticism. I mean, he's a really, really twitchy guy. But also he's a really, really smart football player. I think that's something he might not get enough credit for. He really understands the game. He understands protections. He's been a great addition, honestly. I'm really, really happy he's here.
Back to Patrick.
Tyler, as a defensive guy, what were your thoughts on watching John Campbell block a guy all the way kind of into the tunnel there?
I mean, John Campbell, he's a really, really big guy, but he's got really good feet too. So, yeah, he showed that off all camp. We knew he was a real elite tackle, honestly. So just showing, well, the whole world's getting to see what we've been seeing, to be honest. So it was nothing new, honestly.
Casey in the back.
You mentioned being healthy as something that's really contributing to your play on the field. Is there anything you've done differently in the offseason, in the preseason, or now that we're in the season that's helping you maintain feeling good and your body feeling good?
Really just taking the messages from my coaches, Coach Banks, Coach G, everybody, just being more of a pro in every aspect, not necessarily just on the field, but when we get off of the field, just taking care of my body with treatment, just staying in the training room, honestly, just preventative stuff at this point, honestly.
Adam.
The difference of rushing from the edge versus the inside, are you having to retrain your mind of which one of those you're doing, or does that come naturally? How those are different for you?
No, the timing comes naturally, but just working on just moves come at different steps, where at the edge it may come at the third step, on the inside it may be your first or 1.5. It's just different looks, honestly. Just having your eyes in the right spot, I think, is the biggest thing.
How much did the communication, Peay and Beasley, really help the defense? You guys look like you were moving and adjusting in sync.
No, they do a really, really good job. Keenan Peay and Aaron Beasley, I think they're on the same page. So when they know what one another's doing, they can communicate it to us really effectively. So I think it was really big, just them keeping us aligned. If something changes, different motions, them communicating to us so that we may not be able to see it with our hand down, but they're just letting us know so they're our eyes sometimes.
Ben?
You all, as a defense, got put in some tough situations on Saturday, just in terms of where Virginia was starting with the football. Just what allowed you all as a defense to not flinch in those moments, I guess?
I think the biggest thing is just the preparation of Coach Banks and really Coach Heupel, the situations, how much we work it. They do a really good job of putting us in those tough situations all off season. So when we get to it in the game, it's just second nature. We just clock in and respond to it.
It means a lot. I think this was career start number 6 for me. So, it means a lot every time I get that opportunity to go out there and not only represent the T, but get to represent my hometown of Corrington as well, because, all of them that have supported me to get to this point are still a huge impact in my life. And just any time you get to wear the orange and white as a kid that grew up watching the orange and white, it's a huge honor and it's a privilege to be able to do it.
Ollie, I think when we talked to you in the spring, you said you were hoping to strive for a starting spot. You probably thought it would be guard. How much did things change over the first few weeks of camp when you started working at center more for Cooper? And how's that adjustment gone for you? I know you've worked here in the past.
Obviously, of course, I was looking forward to earning that starting spot at the guard and worked a lot towards that. But I also, throughout my entire career, through high school, college, you name it, center has always been second nature to me, something that I've always had to play. So it wasn't too much of an adjustment. It was more or less just taking more of those reps than I had previously before, and actually kind of honing in on the technique and stuff that goes in that position. Coach Ellerby did a great job with kind of helping me with that. And then having great centers in the room with Parker and Cooper being able to help me too in areas that they can see more that I'm not necessarily seeing every single day. So
Casey in the back.
Did Cooper give you any advice before taking the field in Nissan on Saturday?
Yeah, pretty much. Cooper's been there in my ear ever since I've been taking up more of the center reps. He's a great leader and a great captain for this team and this offensive line. And pretty much what he told me Saturday was just go out there and play, be you, and play your game. And that gave me all the confidence I had to go play that game.
Sounds like from the coaches, you guys had pretty good communication on the offensive line. With so many moving parts and a lot of guys getting playing time, why have you guys been able to communicate so well, and did you on Saturday?
I feel like a lot of it is accredited to just being such a tight-knit group that we are. Up front, the 5 guys up there, they got to be best friends. You got to be brothers because you're all going through the same thing every single day. And I think even with the rotating part, like everybody that we trust to go in the game, we trust that they are great athletes and they're going to go out there and they're going to play their best. And everybody's keened into what they need to do on every single play. And the communication goes easy when you can just talk to everybody and everybody knows what you're talking about. You're all on the same page, using the same language, and it makes everything a lot easier.
So Rick in the back and then Ben.
Hey, Ollie. The production out of the running game, how gratifying was that for you guys on the offensive line? And how much can that kind of production help you guys throughout the season?
That's probably the biggest stat that, as an offensive line, we kind of focus on a lot is our rushing yards. And having a 3-headed monster at running back is also an amazing thing to have. Be able to block for those guys like Jabari, J. Wright, and D. Sam. It makes our lives easier. But it also credits us to just how hard we work and how much work we put in the fall to be able to put up numbers like that day in and day out.
Okay. Ollie, Virginia's offensive line didn't have much success going up against y'all's defensive front. Just what was it like going up against y'all's defensive front throughout fall camp, and how much did that prepare you for the season?
I think our defense is probably one of the harder defenses that we'll ever go against, and we go against them every single day. So it gives us almost the best looks that you're ever going to get in the nation, and I think that helps us a lot because, when you're going out there preparing for other teams, you still have to think back to, well, I've got to block Amari every single day. I've got to do this. I got to do that. So, you're prepared for what's coming for you because you're already working against some of the best in the country every single day.
Ollie, Dane was also kind of, you and him were rolling in there at center. It seems like he only played center for a few weeks. Has it been impressive that he's sort of slid in there and it's been pretty seamless for him?
Yeah, it is very impressive. Dane's a really smart athlete. He does everything that we ask him to do. And, being a good friend with Dane, he really put in the work for it, knew what he had to do and what was being asked of him, and was able to accomplish it at a high level. And a lot of that, I think I would accredit it to just him being smart and knowing what he's got to do to be able to get on the field every day.
Anything else for Ollie?
I guess what was it like in the meeting room when everybody was watching John Campbell's block there into the tunnel?
Man, I've seen that clip about 100 times, and it gets better about every single time I watch it. One of the things it reminds me of is that one clip from the Blind Side movie where he says, "Coach, I was just taking him to the bus." That's what it made me think of. John's a hard worker, and he plays hard, and he's a great guy. And seeing him put that kind of effort on film really kind of motivates you to want to do more for guys like that.
Vince?
the crowds that you get even when you're outside of Neyland Stadium like there in Nashville?
It always amazes me. Vol Nation does a great job of going anywhere and everywhere that we go. And that's something that I've noticed through my 6 years here is that no matter what the situation is here in Knoxville, we're always going to have that support of All Nation. And that helps a lot, especially through times of struggle, times of adversity. You know that at the end of the day, Vol Nation's still going to wear that power tee on their chest with pride.
Anything else? Thanks, Ollie.
Everybody's obviously talking about your block on Saturday into the tunnel. Just walk us through what was going through your head in that moment.
I just felt like it was a big play we was working on all week. And actually, it was a look that we never got before, coach. So the coaches was like real surprised with that, like just me reacting to doing that. But just me, I was just trying to make a play. Like we on the field, like I'm just trying to make it just the same way that defender was trying to make it to the league. So I mean, I'm just trying to just go out there and just get my all for the team, and just make plays like I said I was gonna do. So I'm just keep making plays for the team.
Patrick, whenever you got back to your phone, how many messages, social media mentions did you get from that play? That kind of went viral.
Oh yeah, like my phone going crazy. Like it's still blowing up right now. Like, I had to turn notifications off. Like it's still going viral. Like every page. Like I didn't even know. Like, cause like we was talking about the block. Like me and my coach KP, we was talking about the block on the sideline. I was like, "What you think about like that might be a top block?" He's like, "Yeah, we'll probably send it in." Man, we came to the sideline like a little bit later. Like all the family and started coming down. Like we was already winning. And Miss Holly told me like I was an internet sensation. I was like, what? Like she was like, look, like she was showing me. I was like, whoa, like that's so crazy. Like I ain't never like, you feel me, been on ESPN. Like just crazy looking at the block. Like all my friends and family, like you know my mom. Yeah.
Adam?
One more question about that block. During it, do you realize this is sort of out of the ordinary?
I mean, like I could always do that. I just felt like I mean, I could always make plays like that. I did it before. Like I mean, like even I done had good plays at Miami. It's just probably never got noticed. Like that's like the main reason. Like I just wanted to just get noticed. I just wanted to like just have some appreciation. Like O-line is hard. It's just hard to be a lineman. Just going out there just blocking. It's just going like people don't probably know like the art of it. We just trying to protect or whatever. But like we just trying to get noticed. We just trying to help the team out and just make plays. And it's just a great play I made, and I just want to make more of them.
We'll go Benson and Ray.
How proud were you of the offensive line play as a whole with that running game going like I was going and overall keeping Joburg clean?
I'm real proud of the O-line, but like that game is over with. We got a tough opponent coming this week, and we just trying to work hard and focus up and just get ready for those guys. They bring a lot of stuff, so we just trying to get ready and get our knowledge up and be ready to prepare for them on Saturday.
John, back here, what's been the biggest difference for you, the transition from Miami to Tennessee?
Can you explain that more in depth? Like, what you mean, like, biggest difference?
Just from the way things are done and run, and you talked about the stuff that didn't get noticed in Miami, but you are here because of Tennessee being in the South.
Yeah, I just feel like, I don't know, it's just like I just feel like it's a bigger stage. Like, even like in here, like all these cameras, like the interviews was not like that at Tennessee, the production and like all that. Like, it's just a bigger stage. Like, it's just crazy, just all the fans and people that really like die hard for this. Like, there's really die hard fans here. Like, everywhere I walk around, like people saying, "Oh, we love Tennessee." Like, you got a Tennessee shirt on, like somebody gonna come up to you, they gonna try to talk to you, they gonna try to love up on you because you wearing that orange. So like, you feel me? I just want to ride for that orange, and I just love that orange.
John, going off of that, just what was it like to play in front of Tennessee fans for the first time on Saturday, and then how excited are you to finally play in Neyland?
No, it was great. Like, just going out there and just seeing all the fans. My mom was out there, so that was just great playing, seeing her out there. Because just going far Nashville, like, what I'm saying, all our games mostly in Florida, Panhandle, maybe go to Virginia or something, but it was just great. Like, it was fun, just being out there with my teammates. We put in the work, so it's just great to just go showcase that.
Karthik in the back.
John, I think I heard your voice a little bit. What does your mom mean to you?
Shit, my mom meant a lot. blue collar. She really showed me the work ethic. She a blue collar, hard working lady. She just showed me to stay down. You know, just keep it pushing. You know, everything is not gonna happen your way. She always preached that to me, you know, throughout my journey. So I just love my mom, you know. So just shout out to her. She just keep me motivated every day and just keep me rounded as an individual. I just try to be humble, you know, humble person. So yeah, I just love my mom for that. She raised me right.
We'll do a few more with Rick Vince and then finish with Eric.
There is a talented group of running backs right behind you guys. Just what did you feel about their game and how effective they were to get down the field?
So that was crazy, like just, you know, just making a block and opening it up and you just see a running back, he right on your hip pocket at the right time. Just seeing that was crazy. Like, we got 3 good backs. Like, even more, we got Cam Selden, we got a freshman in, big freshman. Like, we got a lot of running backs, like, that can play right now. So, like, that's great to, like, just see them boys just go out there and just eat. Like, we got dogs in the backfield, real sharks back there. So, I love them boys, them 3. And I already know, like, they got my backs just the way I got theirs.
Speaking of eat, have you been able to take any teammates to Waffle House and any of that super secret sandwich?
Yeah, we went to Waffle House Saturday when we got back. Me, Dante Thorne, Omar, Jason Jenkins. Yeah, we all went to Waffle House. We got us some good eats, you know. Yeah, no, it was good. You feel me? I love Waffle House. Great place to eat at. I switched it up. I got the Texas Melt this time with the All-Stars. So, yeah, I love Waffle House.
Eric?
Joe, you guys have been without Cooper at center for the last couple of weeks, but Ollie Lane stepped in. Dane Davis has played some well as well. What have you seen with those 2 guys and how they kind of adapted and the line, the last couple of weeks?
Man, I seen them boys step up. Like, that's the biggest thing. You know, when somebody go down, you need somebody to step up. And I seen them 2 individuals come in, put the work in day in, day out. Like, Dane and Ollie, them boys getting snaps after practice, before practice, trying to get their snap count down, trying to get it right. Perfect position for Joe. You know, Joe here, he ain't no regular size quarterback. He my height. So, yeah, they got to get it on time. But them boys put the work in. They already very smart. So, just seeing the boys go in and do their job, like, that was just great. Like, you know, that just put a smile on your coach's face. Like, you feel me? You got somebody going out there and they doing what he teach you in the room.
Awesome. Thanks, John.
Appreciate that.
You got a first chance to play for Tennessee on Saturday. How do you think your first game went? Were you looking to make sort of a statement or show what you could do, and how do you think it went?
I think I was just out there, like, getting some of the jitters off of me with it being my first game. But I think I played pretty productive, but I could do better.
Ryan?
You were in that third down pass rush package. Just what made that group so effective on Saturday?
Just the athleticism of everybody who is in the rush package, I would say. Got me, Tyler Barron. The Leo that we use is interchangeable with James Pierce and Roman Harrison. So I would just say the athleticism.
Vince?
Might be the first time we've had a chance to talk to you. Why was Tennessee your choice in the portal?
I would say the community surrounding Tennessee and just the opportunity to play in the SEC and just get a new look on life with me never being on the East Coast or in the South ever, with me just being from California, being a West Coast kid. So just something new and opportunity.
Ben?
Yeah, Omarr, what's it been like working with Rodney Garner and being coached by him?
He's a hard coach to play for, but if you understand that it's coming from a place of love and he really just wants you to be a better version of yourself, then you'll be able to play. Anybody should be able to play for him if you understand that.
Patrick? Omarr being from California, playing Arizona State, what did you know or think about Tennessee before they started recruiting?
Honestly, didn't know much, to be honest. Well, I hit the portal the semester before the season I left, but I had stayed there, and Coach Gardner, he was in contact with me then. We talked a little bit. So from there, I did keep an eye on Tennessee throughout the whole season. But other than that, I really didn't know much about Tennessee, the culture here, or just anything.
Vince?
What excites you about this Tennessee defense, whether it's what you've seen in camp or what you guys did in that first game?
I'm gonna say first as a team. I'm gonna say the team. I think our will to win. Like, I've never been around people who, like, it's a culture, a winning culture. So the belief that we're gonna win, and then as a defense, just our strength to get to the ball. We are just more attacking, more and more attack defense, I would say. Just to try to compare it to like Arizona State, like coming here, it was more like we're getting off the ball, we're going to attack. So I would say that's something I really like about this defense. Is just our will to attack and then get to the ball.
Go back to Ben. Defensive front had a pretty good day on Saturday. What do you think allowed the defensive line and the backers to be so successful?
Just our attention to detail, I would say, and then our strain and want to get to the ball.
Anything else, Patrick?
You said this defense is really geared toward attacking. Do you feel like that fits your skill set better with your power and your twitch?
Yes, 100%. I would say that.
Is that something that appealed to you when they recruited you on the board?
Yes.
Anything else for Omarr? Ryan, in the back.
What did you see from David Hobbs Saturday in his debut, and I guess were you surprised by anything about that, just the way he played based on what you'd seen from him during camp?
He's a young guy, so him being able to take that step and mature fast, I am proud of him for that. But what am I trying to say? Like his technique could be better, I would say, but he played pretty good. Just for him being the age he is and how he got put into the role and the way he's went about like playing the role, I would say he's doing pretty good.
It's been your relationship with Omarr and Thomas. How much has he helped you out?
He's helped me a lot, honestly. When I'm not too sure, as far as like early in camp, spring camp, he helped me a lot. Just wasn't too sure with where to be as far as alignment and just learning the defense. So I would say he helped me a lot. Just being comfortable in the defense.
We'll do one or two more, Patrick.
Mark, you came into this defensive line that brought a lot of guys back, had a lot of experience. You guys play a lot up front. What's it like being a part of that? And how did the defensive line sort of welcome you when you came in?
They welcomed me pretty good. It was just being the kind of guy I am. I'm kind of like a loner. So coming in, I really didn't talk much, So they did work on take some time with them embracing me and me embracing them. And just knowing that I'm a part of the Ball family and the D-line room, and I'm no different than anybody else. So it was a process, but it was all good.
Ben, last question. Your thoughts as a defensive lineman on John Campbell's block there into the tunnel?
Relentless. It's kind of bad. As the linebacker, like, why are you still backpedaling? That was kind of my idea. Like, bro, just fall. Like, what are you doing? But yeah, John is a relentless play, I would call it.